So I was talking with my friends yesterday and they said when they buy makeup that they don't like, they just throw it in the trash. And I said, whoa, 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 wait. Don't do that. Hey everybody, it's Sarah from The Style Blog. Welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you what you can do with all this makeup that you don't like. So let's face it guys, we've all bought makeup and gotten home and put it on and realized that we absolutely hated it. And we were so mad that we spent so much money on this makeup to only want to throw it in the trash. But I have a lot better options for you than just simply throwing it away. So the number one thing I do with makeup that I don't like after I purchase it is take it back to the store. Almost every store, with a few exceptions, will take back used makeup if you simply don't like it. And depending on the store, this window is 30, 60, 90, even some stores are 365 days returns for a used item that you just simply didn't like. So every single time I purchase a makeup or beauty product, I check the return policy of the retailer I'm purchasing it from. If a company doesn't let you return used makeup items, I'm not going to try a new product from them. I might buy a tried and true tested product that I love from them if it's on sale, but I'm not going to try a new product that I don't know if I want to keep or not. So I'm just going to quickly go over the most common retailers. So first off, Amazon. I buy tons of makeup from Amazon from the actual brand's store that's shipped from Amazon, not a third-party seller. I've had no problem ever returning used makeup to them within the return window. Secondly, Ulta. We love to buy stuff from Ulta. You can return it in-store or online up to 60 days after the purchase date, and it can be used. Also, Sephora, you can return used makeup up to 60 days after the purchase date. Then if you return it between 61 and 90 days, you get a store gift card instead. Target. I've had so much luck returning stuff at Target. They never give me problems at all. They will take it back up to 90 days with receipt and then 120 days if you have a red card. Walmart is another great one. I've never had any trouble. They will give you a refund up to 90 days after you purchase it. CVS, also a good one, up to 60 days past the purchase date. Rite Aid will give you a refund up to 90 days after the purchase date. Walgreens will also give you a refund 30 days after the purchase date. And then Nordstrom is one of the best out of all of them as well. I tend to order a lot of makeup from Nordstrom because they have free shipping and free returns, and they technically don't have a deadline on their returns. The last one I'm going to mention is Bloomingdale's. So if you sign up for their free Loyalist program, you get free shipping and free returns, and also you can return used or new products up to 365 days after you purchase them. Yes. I'm really happy with most stores' return policy for used makeup and beauty products, so I don't feel bad about returning used makeup because it's in their policy. If they didn't want to accept it, they wouldn't. I just encourage you not to abuse this policy and don't take back a foundation that's all the way used because you liked it and you just want a refund. That's not nice. For example, I'll open something like these Revlon lipsticks and absolutely hate the smell and I can't stand it on my lips. I'm going to send it back. Or I try a highlighter and it's just too chunky and I just don't like the product at all, I'm gonna send it back. Or I try a makeup palette that has absolutely no payoff and is super powdery and chalky, I'm gonna take this back. Okay, so I just wanna mention ColourPop and e.l.f. really quickly. I know there are lots and lots of companies that do this. These are just two that I've just ordered from recently. They don't offer returns, exchanges, even on new products, let alone used products. I think that is annoying and I really don't like it. So instead, in the future, I'm going to buy my ColourPop from Ulta and I'm going to buy my e.l.f. from Target because they will take it back used no matter what. So again, I suggest just buying your makeup products from a retailer that will accept returns in case you don't like them, unless you know it's your tried and true product, you're going to like it and you just want to buy it from that retailer for a gift or a discount or whatever it is. Okay, and next, if you're outside of the return window or you just purchased your product from a retailer that doesn't accept returns, you can donate it. I love this idea and I personally have done this lots of times. I really enjoy donating to my local women's shelter. I take some gently used makeup, body, skincare, etc. products and they really enjoy having those. So I want to go over what you can and cannot donate. The best products to donate are like these powder products that you can kind of just spray a sanitizer over and they will be clean and germ-free for the next person who uses them. Also, brushes and tools, these are great, easy to sanitize, great to donate. Another product, such as a spray, something that doesn't come into contact with your face, awesome to donate. Products that you don't want to donate is something that comes in contact with your lips, such as lipstick. So you're going to take this out and you're going to wipe it all over your lips and you're going to put it back in there. We can't donate this stuff. Another thing you cannot donate usually is mascara. Mascara goes bad pretty quickly and it comes into contact with your eyes. It really breeds bacteria. Most places won't accept donations of used mascara. Another thing I've had problems donating is something that comes into contact with your face all the time. So like this has a sponge that comes into contact with your face. There's really no way to sanitize this properly, so most places won't take it. Something that just depends on the place you're taking it to is something where you kind of squeeze a little bit out onto your finger and then put the lid back on. I've had luck with some places won't take these. And then any skincare that you have to dip your fingers into and then put it on, or lip care, etc., places usually won't take that, but if it's in a pump or a spray, they usually will take it. Honestly, the number one place to donate these, I would suggest you contact your local women's shelters, homeless shelters, etc., and ask if they will take gently used makeup, body, skincare, hair care products. Usually they say yes. I haven't ever had any tell me no. One way you can possibly donate these lip and eye products is to a friend or family member who knows how clean you are or is comfortable with like using these products after you've used them. I know like I can give my mom lip products and she doesn't really care because, you know, obviously like I came out of her. She doesn't really care that we share lip products, but I wouldn't just give these to anyone. Another way you can donate these products is there are organizations where you can actually package up your products and ship them to them, and they will give them away to people who can use them. So I'm going to put all the links for those below in my blog. There will be a link, and I'll have all those places where you can send these products. So basically you just package these up, ship them to them, and then they will hand them out as they see fit. Another option is you can actually sell some used makeup. So I've seen lots of palettes, like lots of collector's palettes, etc., very gently used. You can kind of spray, you know, an alcohol spray or hydrogen peroxide or something over those to sanitize them. And then there actually is quite a market for these online. You can try, there's some Facebook groups and some Reddit groups that will take used makeup, skincare, hair care, etc. Just search for those and you should be able to find them. Next, if you can't give it away to anyone, you can't donate it, you can't return it, etc., I want to talk to you about how you can sort of reuse the packaging. So for example, if you have like a little glass pop that you had some skincare in, you can't donate it, I would suggest you just clean it out and then use it for something else. You can put something else in it. You can buy a refillable version of the product and put it back in that so you don't have to buy the whole new packaging again. This would fall under the reusing and the reduce, reuse, recycle little continuum here. You could even use these old brushes for your kids to use with paint. You can remove one of the shades that you don't like from a palette and replace it with one that you do like so that you don't scrap the whole palette. There's just a lot of ways to reuse these products without just throwing them in the trash. Okay, and then if you can't figure out anything to do with it and you just simply say, I don't want this anymore, you can probably recycle it. So if the actual product doesn't say on it whether it's recyclable or not, you can contact the company. A lot of companies will give you an incentive to bring back some of their products so that they can recycle them and then reward you with a new product. For example, MAC, so if you bring back 6 of their empty products, they will give you a lipstick for free in exchange for bringing those back so they can recycle them, which is a really great program. I've done it lots of times. Off the top of my head, I do know that Aveda, Lush, Origins, Kiehl's, MAC, etc., they do have programs where you can bring back your products to their store and they will recycle them for you, which I find really awesome. And very, very last, lowest on the totem pole here, if you can't return it, you can't donate it, you can't sell it, and you can't recycle it, you probably gonna have to throw it in the trash. Womp, womp, womp. Hopefully a very, very small percentage of these products will fit into that category for you. I don't like to just throw things in the trash, but sometimes it just comes down to that. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful and it will save you some time, frustration, and money in the future. Be sure to check out my latest video on how I got these beautiful curls in my hair, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more beauty fun. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.